I am Professor Whiskers. Industry says, we'll deal with AI regulation when it's final. It's mostly hypothetical. Adorable. I have knocked better plans off warmer shelves. The rule books are already published, phased in, and sharpening their claws. The only elegant question left is which risk shelf your model sits on. The EU AI Act sorts systems by risk. Some uses are banned, like harmful manipulation or social scoring that triggers unjustified detrimental treatment. High-risk systems include hiring, credit, critical infrastructure, education, and law enforcement. Limited-risk systems mainly owe transparency, such as telling users they are talking to a machine. Minimal-risk systems are left alone. Humans fumble this by calling everything innovation, as if nouns were legal analysis. Still, a tier label does not produce the evidence. For high-risk systems, the Act wants proof before and after deployment. You keep technical documentation, data governance records, instructions, and logs detailed enough for audit. You design human oversight that can actually intervene, not a ceremonial intern with a dashboard. You state accuracy metrics, report performance in serious incidents, and monitor drift after release. Organizations fumble by writing policy PDFs that never touch the model registry. That closes the legal file, but not the operating method. NIST's AI risk management framework is voluntary, which is why procurement teams turn it into homework. It organizes work under govern, map, measure, and manage. Measure names testable traits like validity, safety, security, transparency, privacy, explainability, and managed bias. It exists because laws state outcomes, while engineers need control language and evidence. Voluntary or not, it becomes the audit checklist. Organizations fumble by screenshotting it and calling that adoption. Yet voluntary guidance still asks who certifies the management system. ISO 42001 answers with a certifiable AI management system. It uses the familiar plan, do, check, act rhythm, leadership, policy, objectives, risk assessment, impact assessment, controls, internal audit, and management review. It exists because customers want a certificate, not a vibes committee. The dry comedy is watching firms prepare for auditors while models change weekly underneath them. A certificate proves the system exists. It still begins by demanding which models are in scope. So the first artifact is boring and decisive, a living model inventory. One entry per system with owner, purpose, users, vendor, data sources, model and version, deployment context, risk tier, controls, incidents, and review date. It exists because banned, high risk, limited, and minimal cannot be assigned to a rumor. The fumble is a spreadsheet named Final Version 7, guarded by someone who left. If that list does not exist, everything else is theater. Meanwhile, in reality, most organizations cannot produce a list of their AI systems, let alone risk classifications for each. Marketing bought a summarizer, finance enabled forecasting, support adopted a chatbot, and the spreadsheet has 12 tabs named Version Final. Risk tiers are debated with great confidence and no inventory. If nothing is counted, who exactly is doing the counting? The counting is assigned to one person, part-time, who found out from a newsletter. They now own privacy, security, procurement, legal, model risk, and the uncomfortable pause in meetings. Their tools are a spreadsheet, a calendar invite, and heroic facial control. I admire the stamina. I would not trust it with a houseplant. When the regulator asks for evidence, a newsletter subscription is not a control. The fine print has fines now. For the worst offenses, 35 million euros or 7% of global turnover can make a hypothetical feel less hypothetical. Class dismissed. Lick your paws, name your models, and try not to look surprised. Regulations, for me, purely hypothetical. I'm a cat.